little bit, but I promise good things come to those who wait. So for those of us who are a little bit unaware of what it is that today's session is going to be like, if you're in the top rated group, hi Kavito, how's it going? Good to see you. If you're in the top rated group, then you already pretty much kind of know what this session is going to be about. Okay, let's just double check the chat before I continue. Hey, Tamara. So for those of us who are in the paid squad, which is, it's looking like everybody on this call right now is in the squad. Oh, hi, Vasetti. See you soon in the squad. But hey, Paul, it's a new name. It's a new face. We love to see it. Okay, so for those of you who are in the squad, you already know I actually asked you guys, do you want to see perhaps what kind of niches we can get as copywriters? To those of us who are joining on YouTube, hello, say hi, YouTube. We've got one person on YouTube right now. Okay, so we are exploring copywriting as a niche. Now, if you are in our community, no matter what, whether it's free or paid, you already know there is a particular copywriting course that I encourage you all to take. It makes you a copywriter in less than, let's just bring the mic down, in less than 24 hours. Literally, you can be a copywriter and become an expert in about a month if you just keep practicing what you get there. All right. Kaya, my co-host with the most, could you let people into the room? Because I'm not going to be able to focus on that anymore.
I
don't want half the screen to be the microphone. Ugh. Okay. So now let's look at, can I really make money as a copywriter? Because I've told you guys that. My own coach, my own mentor, has often said to us that if you want to make a lot of money, like there is tons of content out there that talks about how to make a ton of money as a freelancer, right? And even my own coach said to me, if you want to make a lot of money as a freelancer or as anyone, you want to solve problems of the rich. Alex Hormozy, even Myron Golden, even, mostly them and a bunch of other people say sell to the rich. That's it. But then another creator that I genuinely like, who demonstrates that copywriting is one of those skills that is going to serve you for the rest of your life, is it'll make you dangerous, admittedly. So basically, all of these people are online, right? But they're not making any of this content for freelancers. And so that really bothered me. I was like, okay, sell to the rich, learn to write and you'll be dangerous. These skills make millionaires. Okay, all of that looks amazing, but like, how does that work for someone who is a freelancer on Upwork? And that's how we got here. I said copywriting for wealthy clients. And yes, you can find wealthy clients on Upwork. So does anybody feel like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I can actually find wealthy clients on Upwork. Welcome, Ronald. You have not missed anything. We're still getting situated. Does anybody feel like it's possible or not? Let me know in the chat. I would love to read what you guys think. Can we actually find wealthy clients on Upwork?
Okay, my imposter.
Oops. Bali, are you still there?
Yes, I'm speaking, Bailey. So I'm saying that my imposter syndrome is saying no. It's not possible because I don't believe in myself.
We're going to change that. Don't worry. You got me. You'll be fine. Lissetti says in the chat, yes, we definitely can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. I agree with you, Lissetti. And so my job is to show you as a copywriter, where exactly do the clients come from? Shanta says, yes, we can. The platform has a protective stance with money, and that means there's a lot of money. That's different. Okay, Shanta. Okay. So how do we do this? What am I going to be looking at? I'm going to give you guys some niches, and we're going to be looking at some of these niches. This list pretty much encapsulates the top 10, in my opinion, niches where you can make a significant impact through your writing. And each one of these niches does have unique challenges and opportunities. So of course, something with luxury branding in it is going to have a lot of competition. But then there's things that are a little bit like, oh, okay, I didn't know that I could do that. So I'm going to show you how this copy appeals to your ideal client avatar. And I always say when you're on Upwork, I've said this with my previous YouTube videos, I've said it, I don't know how many times, always think like a client whenever you're doing this. All right. So luxury branding, we're going to look at that and what it looks like when you are doing that correctly. We're going to look at investment opportunities. We are going to look at philanthropy and legacy. We are going to look at personal and family security. Some of these are no-brainer, but others are like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Trust me. Health and wellness, travel and experiences, et cetera, et cetera. Real estate, high-end fashion and accessories, private education and tutoring, art and collectibles, just for copywriters. But honestly, if I'm looking at this and I'm an email marketing automations expert, these are the niches or the industries or the prospective niches that I would also want to be, like a luxury branding email marketing automations expert, or an email marketing automations expert for luxury brands, or an email marketing automations expert for investment opportunities. We'll go deeper into that. Okay, so before I go, does anybody have any questions? Feel free to either grab the mic or you can pop your question in the chat. I'm going to give you 2 seconds.
Okay, does real estate copywriting require one to have experience or any qualification?
Nope. You already know, based on how we do things inside the paid squad, that you propose and portfolio, propose and portfolio, propose and portfolio. So if you're not in the paid squad, you won't understand what propose and portfolio means, but it's basically a way for you to have social proof ready for your client. It's similar to creating a portfolio item that goes with every proposal, but it's different. It's very different because it's redacted. And if you join the squad, you'll see what that looks like. So yes, real estate does, none of these require you to have any other certification outside of just being a copywriter. That's the other cool part. With YouTube University, as well as a little bit of some finesse with ChatGPT, you can do all of this. Like even you watching at home, please, this information, I'm giving it away for free. Use the information that you're going to learn right here live to better yourself. It's okay, Chinonso, you're not super late. We're still at the very beginning. Okay, so really, really take this information and run with it, because there is a huge misconception that there's no money out there. People are like, we're in recession. You know who's got money? Rich people. So we're going to serve rich people. And that is how we get by in a downturn. Mbali says there's money in real estate, but I always see that they refer one who has experience. You can manufacture experience. You don't have to lie like I did with my very first project. Please don't do that. But
Bailey.
remember, yes.
Are you going to bail me out?
Oh, what do you mean? Do you need connects? And that's not funny, calling me Bailey. Am I gonna bail you out?
No, you were talking about manufacturing experience. So I was laughing and I said, are you going to bail me out once I get arrested?
You're not gonna get arrested because you're not gonna do anything illegal. Some of those children, they're like, listen, father, we haven't seen you all day. Okay, just a quick reminder, everyone, as you join, please make sure that your microphone is muted, or the children, if you're around children, please mute your speakers, because I cannot be responsible for your children's new vocabulary words. All right, it's happened before. I do not want it to happen again. you never know what's going to come out of my mouth. So I don't want other people's children to learn new interesting words. Okay. Any questions, or should we immediately head to luxury branding so we understand what that's about? 2 seconds, and then I'm moving on. Okay. So luxury branding. What exactly do I mean by this? Let's kick off with it. When you think about luxury brands, what exactly comes to your mind? You can let me know in the chat. I'll grab the mic. What comes to your mind? Let's check the chat when you hear someone talking about luxury brands.
I'm thinking of high fashion.
High fashion. Because it
Or
says
fast
luxury
fashion.
services. Fast fashion? That's the antithesis of luxury. Okay, Shazza
Expensive
says
brands.
luxury service. Expensive brands. Okay. Anybody else? Pop your answer in the chat. Let's see. Lissetti says quality. Yes. Post says top brand names. I like it. I like it. Yep, you're all right. So for me, and likely for you, you get images of exclusivity, high quality craftsmanship, and, as Mpo mentioned, a sense of status. So as a copywriter, your role is to take all of those elements and put them together and develop what's called a narrative that not only sells the product, I mean, it's luxury, it will sell itself essentially, but also sells a lifestyle that's coveted by many people, but it's only accessible for a few people. So as Shadze said, luxury service experience exclusive, right? So basically, when you're creating copy like this, you're going to use languages and words like bespoke, artisanal, curated, exclusive. Those are the kinds of words that resonate well with this particular type of audience. And so your copy needs to create a world that invites wealthy individuals to belong there, right? Belong to something unique and prestigious. So for example, when you're writing for a luxury watch brand, you want to focus obviously on craftsmanship, the history of the brand, and the statement it makes about the person wearing the brand. So the goal is to make the consumer feel like they're not just buying a product, but rather that they're investing in a legacy that aligns with their personal brand and status. So things like storytelling. I love storytelling. It's a fantastic method because that ties the product to historical significance, or even emphasizing how the product is made, if it's using rare materials or rare techniques. So in practical terms, and this is where your notepad can come in. If you have a notepad, great. If you don't have one, I'll give you 2 seconds to grab one or a piece of paper where you can write this down. So the types of projects you would be working on, great things like product descriptions. Oh yes, you can be a product description copywriter for luxury brands, that or luxury brand product description copywriter. Or you can have luxury brand product description copywriting services. You can offer those as a copywriter. So you can do that for high-end e-commerce websites, or you can also do press releases for luxury brand launches. So you can be a luxury brand launch copywriter or press release writer for luxury brand launches. That's essentially how you want to put it out there and kind of develop content that is for exclusive online platforms that cater to these high net worth individuals. So every piece of content should pretty much enhance the allure, the prestige of the brand, making the consumer feel like they want to make that investment. Okay, so on Upwork, let's have a look. Your potential clients on Upwork are going to be startup luxury brands. So you can write that down. Startup luxury brands that are looking to establish their market presence, and well-established companies that want to refresh their brand image. You would not believe the types of clients that I've worked with on Upwork just back in the day when I was a copywriter. And I did copy for some luxury brands that show at like Milan Fashion Week, as well as I signed a non-disclosure. It's almost 3 years. It's coming up, and I'll be able to talk about the types of brands I've worked with. But you can, as a copywriter, get that kind of exposure, right? So well-established legacy companies that want to refresh their brand. So, and the niches that you might cater to, pencil or pen and a notepad, high-end fashion, that was already mentioned in the chat. Let's see. Who mentioned luxury fashion or fashion in general? I think it was Mbali, and she was like fast fashion. I think high-end fashion is what she meant. Other things that you could do was luxury travel, maybe selling gourmet products, or even premium automotive brands. They sometimes show up on Upwork. Okay, so these companies are looking for copywriters who not only understand the nuances of luxury marketing, but they can also articulate the sophistication and the unique selling propositions, or the USPs of their offerings. So again, pen and paper, the types of copy you can create: website content, promotional materials, email marketing campaigns. I'm going to say this one over and over again because it's one of the most incredible subcategories for copywriters. Email marketing campaign copywriter for luxury brands already has a really amazing ring to it. And it literally narrows your competition pool by this much. Anybody can be a generalist copywriter. But the more you go down, email marketing copywriter, email marketing campaign copywriter, and then email marketing campaign copywriter for luxury brands puts you in a very small pool, and you're the big fish in a small pool. But if you want to go even broader than just email marketing campaigns copywriter, it's perfect. So what I would like to see happening in your mind right now is that you start to notice that going narrower and narrower and narrower in your funnel is the best way to start charging more and more and more. Being just a copywriter in general, but being a copywriter for specific types of copy, like email marketing, being a specific copywriter for specific types of copywriting, using a specific type of software, like say Klaviyo. So the more and more and more you go down, the more and more money you get to make, and you don't need to go and grab more skills, as you will see. So what other things do wealthy clients care about? I know for a fact they care about investment opportunities, right? So you're going to be seeing, even as a copywriter, you're going to be creating financial content. So you could call yourself a financial content writer. So when it comes to investment opportunities and wealth management specifically, wealthy people are always looking for insightful, trustworthy investment advice. Now, you don't have to have a Bachelor of Commerce or a master's in banking or wealth management to be able to do this. So as a copywriter who specializes in financial content, your role is to ask your client to give you all the research that they have, and then you take that and you create compelling yet informative copy out of that will then highlight potential investment opportunities for your client's ideal client. So you're doing work not for the wealthy people, you're doing work for the client who serves the wealthy people. It's kind of like your client is a restaurant owner and you are an organic farmer. Obviously, you're not going to be the one in charge of making the ratatouille or whatever it is, wonderful, fabulous, rich people things. You are not a chef, right? To go to culinary school and learn how to do all of that takes ages. And to become a Michelin star, wow, ages on top of that. So instead, if you are a copywriter who has passion in that, understands certain nuances about creating gourmet meal, you are perfect for that. All right. So the same thing goes for you as a farmer who does organic farming. You know exactly how to produce high quality food. Then your client, the chef, needs to then take those ingredients and produce. So you're not in charge of farming, then producing, then selling the food. It's too much for you. So again, like I said, narrow it down and then you'll charge a little bit more. So if you think about writing for private equity firms, for instance, that is exactly what you would be doing. Private equity firms like to put out content about what makes a company investable. So from a client's perspective, they're looking for these pointers when they want to make an investment into a company. And then from another person's perspective, maybe a startup, they're looking at how do I make my startup investable? And so your content can speak to all of those people, right? So you can write for, here's the list, private equity firms. You can write for hedge funds, it's on the screen, or you can also write for real estate investment companies. So remember earlier on when we were looking at just general real estate umbrella, when we narrow it down under investment opportunities, you can work for real estate investment companies. And there are lots of them, especially in the United States. There are more real estate investment companies than there are actual landlords, like people like you and I owning investment property. There are more companies that own investment property. So that is a burgeoning market. It's huge. So these types of clients look for copywriters who can take really complex investment concepts, like I said, and simplify them and turn them into really engaging, easily digestible content that reassures them, but also educates them about the benefits as well as the security of their investments. Remember, when we talk about copy, good copy highlights two things, features and benefits. So as a copywriter, it's still the same principles. Do you guys see that? All right, before I move on to the next type of, okay, let's see what's going on here. Do we have any other questions? All right, none. So on Upwork, this is what I would like you to do as a financial copywriter. You can put that in your title if this particular type of niche resonated. You're going to look for, let's write this down. You're going to look for financial consultants. These are clients. So you can say financial copywriter, creating content to serve financial consultants, financial copywriter, creating content that serves investment firms. That's another type of client you can look for. And also wealth management companies. So financial copywriter serving wealth management companies that are in need of clear, persuasive communication. So your services might include, now, these are types of copy. These are copy style. Number one, white papers, right? This is a huge one. Another one is investment summaries. If you actually understand the mathematics of what's going on in there and the economics of it all, you could definitely do investment summaries, things like newsletters. You can write copy for newsletters. A lot of wealthy people don't have time to be on social media, but if you write content that goes directly to their inbox, they'll be happy for that. And website content, of course, that speaks to these savvy investors that want to make informed decisions. These types of clients need a copywriter who's able to bridge that gap between financial jargon and investor understanding. All right, just a quick reminder, when you join in, please mute your microphone and we'll be able to carry on. So thank you so much for that. All right, and I carry on. Before I move on to the next type of niche or type of industry or type of service that you can do as a copywriter for wealthy clients, do we have any questions about what you've seen so far? All right, I'm checking the chat and there's nothing yet. All right, let's keep this show going. Philanthropy and legacy, right? They want to leave a legacy. Many of these affluent people, meaning your ideal client. Remember, your ideal client is not the wealthy individual. Ideal client is the service provider for wealthy people. So many affluent individuals really are concerned about leaving a legacy and whether they will even leave an impact on the world. So your role as a copywriter in this particular niche, philanthropy and legacy, is creating, again, narratives that inspire and encourage charitable actions and legacy building. So your ideal clients would be people who run charities or have some kind of legacy building things, right? So this includes writing for nonprofits, right there on the screen. You can write for foundations, or you can also write for personal legacy projects. The key here is to convey the emotional and social impacts of philanthropy, making it appealing and meaningful to those people who want to contribute to significant causes. So for a change, oh, Kaya put his hand up. I was just about to say, for a change, I'm going to go on YouTube and take a look at what's going on there. Has the screen been changing, guys? Because on YouTube, it seems to be frozen.
Yeah, it's also frozen, hence why I'm also raising my hand. It's frozen. Yeah, it's all
Can you
good.
guys see it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. It's still frozen on YouTube. That hurts my soul a little bit. Sorry, guys, if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks, Kaya, for that. So yeah, okay. It's back on your screen. Like I said, you want to write for nonprofits, you want to write for foundations, or for personal legacy projects. But no matter what, you want to make it appealing to those people who want to contribute significantly to these multiple causes. And how do you do that? Your ideal client would be charitable organizations like those nonprofits, right? Okay, let's just take a look and double check and make sure that we are changing slides as we're supposed to. Let's double check. Did we do it? Did we do it? So, okay, clients on Upwork for this particular niche, which is philanthropy and legacy, will be charitable organizations. You can also specifically write for high net worth individuals that want to establish a foundation. Now, as I'm saying all of this, regardless of your niche, you do not have to be a copywriter for this to apply to you. I'm a lawyer. I have a lot of high net worth individuals that want to establish a foundation or an NPO or an organization or something that will help them leave a mark. And as a lawyer, I can help them do that, right? Or companies that want to boost their corporate social responsibility initiatives. As an internal auditor, I can help them do that, right? So it doesn't mean that it has to just be copywriting. Free your mind a little bit. Although this is dedicated to the content writers and the virtual assistants turned copywriters, this could work for anybody that wants to start being active on Upwork and working specifically with wealthy or rich clients, really. You want to sell to the rich, this is who and how you sell. So these clients need copywriters that are able to craft heartfelt, impactful stories that not only highlight the benefit of giving back, but also aligning with the donors. Remember, in this instance, your client would be the charitable organization, and their client or their target audience would be donors. And so you have to make sure that there is an alignment between the donor's values and vision and the organization. Then we move on to personal and family security. And I even put on the screen who you could be serving. So security is a huge concern for wealthy people. This is worldwide now, not just in South Africa. And so when we talk about security, it encompasses everything from personal safety to even digital security. You wouldn't want to, as a high net worth individual, have your digital footprint just be public, right? So as a copywriter, you might find yourself working with high-tech security firms, as it is on the screen. You might find yourself working with cybersecurity companies, or you might find yourself working with private security companies. The aim for all of this would be just to create content that reassures clients about the effectiveness and reliability of the security measures that your client is offering. So you want to emphasize things like privacy, innovation, and peace of mind, because that's what rich people pay top dollar for. So what exactly does that look like on Upwork? So on Upwork, potential clients include, like I said, cybersecurity firms, You could do residential security companies like ADT, and also personal security consultants like specific types of companies that work with bodyguards and that kind of thing. But each and every one of these companies will need copywriters that can, again, translate technical security features into benefits that are compelling. And those benefits have to still resonate with high net worth individuals that are concerned about both their physical safety and their digital safety. So if you're going to do personal and family security, that's and that's going to be your focus. It's more masculine, right? More macho than luxury fashion. But there's certain luxury brands like timepieces that are very macho. That would be how you would be doing it. All right. Any questions before I move on to the next subtype of copywriting? Any comments? Any questions? And if you're on YouTube, please feel free to ask away. Okay. No questions. Let's keep on going. Oh, let me check the chat. Seti says, still doing good. Yay, thank you. All right, and health and wellness. We are here now. Ooh, this one is a huge one. This one is the one that right now is paying my bills. So here you're going to look for clients on Upwork like boutique wellness clinics. Even as a lawyer, even as an email marketing like person, expert, even as a virtual assistant, even as an expert executive assistant, you're going to want to look for boutique wellness clinics, luxury spas, and also retreat centers and personal care consultants. That is who you are going to be looking for, right? So services pretty much go beyond standard healthcare in this niche. You provide personalized and exclusive treatments and retreats. So as a copywriter in this niche, you're going to focus on promoting bespoke health services, elite fitness coaching. That's another one. So if you were looking at, I want to work with coaches. Yeah, elite fitness coaches could be your client as a copywriter, or even wellness retreats that promise rejuvenation and a bespoke care approach that's tailored to the elite. So again, on Upwork, you're going to look for boutique wellness clinics, luxury spas, and also retreat centers, and personal health consultants. These types of clients need copywriters who can, again, effectively communicate the benefits of their services, which usually require quite a deep understanding of lifestyle and health aspirations of their affluent clientele. Like wealthy people do not want to look unhealthy. For them, health is wealth. So that kind of thing is that it's something that is an aspiration for them. Right? Lifestyle and health aspirations are something that they definitely are always looking for. The holy grail right now, things like Ozempic, the fact that it's still even now not available to the average person, but wealthy people have access to it. It should show you how important things like health and wellness are to wealthy people. This is interesting to be learning about copywriting. It's something I've never gone this deep into knowing about. Yes. I'm glad that now you're thinking about it. And think about these niches that I've just mentioned, or these industries or these prospective clients that you can serve, regardless of what your niche is. You don't have to be a copywriter, but it helps. Copywriting is something that I call a low-hanging fruit skill, easy to acquire, easy to use, but seldom spoken about in depth, right? So, be sure to get the Udemy course that can help you become a copywriter in less than 24 hours, and then keep honing in on that skill. It's one of the best skills you could ever have. And that's not just my opinion. It's pretty well known that copywriting is like a life skill. Right. Another niche that you can look at is travel and experiences. So the luxury travel sector deals with selling experience, right? Whether it's exclusive tours, private jet charters, or even tailor-made travel itineraries. Wealthy clients are always trying to get unique and unforgettable adventures. So as a copywriter that focuses on this particular niche of travel and experiences, your task is to paint really vivid pictures of these types of experiences that your ideal client wants to sell to their ideal client. So you're going to use your words to make the reader feel as if they are part of the adventure even before it begins. So you're going to work on things like Notepad comes out, promotional materials, travel blogs, and itineraries that not only describe the luxury and the comfort of the service, because that goes without saying, but it also goes into the emotional and transformative aspects of these types of journeys. Like, of course, if you go to the pyramids of Giza and maybe you go inside the pyramids and then you go and stand in front of the Sphinx, that is it's a transformative experience. Like you'll never come back the same. And a billionaire for his wedding closed off the entire museum so that his guests and him could experience that. It's all about experience, something that nobody else has experienced before. Oh, I remember when we went to Egypt and we did this. That's the kind of language that your ideal client there would be talking about. So who are your ideal clients in this instance? On Upwork, potential clients include luxury travel agencies. You can write that down. Boutique tour operators, you can write that down. And exclusive resorts, especially the Maldives. Wow. These businesses are looking for copywriters that can evoke a sense of wonder and exclusivity that will entice their affluent travelers with narratives that don't just promise a trip, but a journey of a lifetime, right? So that is not all. There's more to it than that. Remember, travel and experiences, real estate, high-end fashion and accessories, private education and tutoring, art and collectibles. There's so much more to it. These are just 10. There's like 25 other copywriting niches that I would share with you. Let me know in the chat if you are interested in getting the full list of high-end rich people copywriting niches, and I will get that to you. So who's interested? And I will give you the landing page so you can get your hands on it. Yes, please. Okay, perfect. I'll pop it inside our Facebook group as well as inside the Paid Squad. But mostly, I'll give it away for free to all you good people who managed to show up. So in the final few minutes, because I have to dip, it's 9 p.m. now. In the final few minutes, no problem, Paul. It'll be available inside our group, Operated Freelancers Getting Paid, as well as inside the Paid Squad. Does anybody have any questions about anything that you're currently seeing right now on your screen?
Well, my question is, would you, like as a beginner copywriter, would you be required to do like any free work just to get experience? Or can you just, really get into it as you've acquired a certificate?
Yes, I love that question because my answer is propose and portfolio. So since you're in the Paid Squad, you will know for sure what propose and portfolio means. And if you're not sure, just send me a private message and I'll let you know. But propose and portfolio means that you will prove your expertise as you go along. Little by little, as you make small wins, you're going to note them down and let the client know, this is what we've done so far. So if we're maybe doing email marketing for travel blogs or something like that, then you'll keep track of the click-through rate, you'll keep track of the open rate, and as things get better and better with time, you will just write it down and be like, these are the results I've managed to get. And you can add that to your portfolio for the next project. And so then when you submit your proposal on Upwork, you know that you'll be able to reference that and highlight that for future travel and experience clients, for instance. So no, you do not need to already have the experience. You do not need to already have it all figured out. You're going to figure it out as you go, or rather propose as you add more things in your portfolio, or write proposals and then add more things in your portfolio. So no, you do not need to be an expert already. Any other questions? Okay, if there are no other questions, I will let you all go. Thank you very much for showing up to this one. I know it's a little different, but I wanted to give you guys options, and we haven't had a webinar in forever. So if you're watching me right now on YouTube, be sure to leave your questions in the comment section down below, and I'll get back to you. And for those of you who are currently watching us on Zoom, let's check the chat quickly.
Okay.
One more time.
Sorry, please, I have a question.
Mhm.
Okay, sorry, it's just I joined in very late. So for me, I don't really understand the basic rudiments for copywriting and all. I don't know if you can just shed more light, like maybe the basics of copywriting, because I'm just hearing it for the first time. Thank
No
you.
problem. Okay, so a course that I like to recommend is called Modern Copywriting, Writing Copy in 2024. I think it's something copy that sells in 2024. I think it's a really good course. Another thing that I recommend that you do is maybe get yourself a free trial and get this course certificate as quickly as possible before the trial expires, and then go back every now and then and take a look at your notes. So I'm going to pop it right now on our Zoom chat where you'll be able to
Okay.
see.
All right.
So here
Thank
is
you
a
very
course
much.
that it is my absolute pleasure. Thank you for grabbing the mic, and welcome. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the group. So here is the course that I recommend for anybody that wants to take their copywriting more seriously. And if you're watching on YouTube, I will pin it. I will pin it in the comment section so that everybody is able to take this particular course. I highly recommend it. It is the copywriting course that I took when I was first starting out in 2013, a long time ago, but it gets updated as, of course, social media platforms come in, etc. Great. Any other questions? You're welcome, Miss City. You're very welcome. All right. Well, if that's it, thank you all very, very much for coming through. Really appreciated your presence. Welcome to all the new people. I hope I'll see you again tomorrow, where we will actually be submitting proposals. So for all the good people watching us on YouTube, see you again tomorrow, same time. Please show up and ask your questions. Mpo, it's my absolute pleasure. If you have any other questions, you can ask on Facebook, ask on YouTube, ask in the DMs on Instagram. Trust me, I don't have like 5,000 followers, so it'll look a little weird if I don't respond. I'll go in and check my DMs that I haven't answered if you are maybe marked as spam or something, but I'll make sure to do that. You're welcome, Agu. Mpo, you're welcome. Chinonso, you're welcome. You'll be early tomorrow. Shonso's asking, what is my name on YouTube? I can give you my URL quickly. But you can watch the video, the repeat of the video for those of you who maybe missed it. Let me just pop this in the chat.